God knows how to flip scripts. I'm a living, breathing witness that God can take anything, any moment, any tragedy, any catastrophe, and turn it around for your good. Because it is not just the ability to bear a hard thing that brings glory. It's the ability to turn it into something positive. I remember when I was in federal prison, a good circle of people that lifted me up. I had one friend in particular that would tell me, call me, and I would call him on the phone, and he'd take the phone, and he'd put it next to the computer, and he would just play a bunch of speeches and inspirational messages. And sometimes they were from athletes, sometimes it was from pastors, sometimes it was from cultural icons. It was just something to lift me up, something to help me to see that I'm bigger than what I'm going through right now. And one particular time he emailed me and he said, hey, call me, I need you to call me. He said, I know you're going through something rough. And it was right. I was really going through it, and I called him. And this particular time, he begins to play this speech from this man who begins to talk about fire and how gold isn't made in the great times on the mountaintop, but it's made in the fire. How diamonds are forged under pressure. This man began to talk about you're a winner regardless of what you're going through. You're a winner despite the mistakes you made. You're a winner because of what God has on the inside of you. Now, normally I'd stay on the phone for 10 or 15 minutes and just let that pour into me. But as I listened to this man, and it was 2 minutes into it, I couldn't listen anymore. And I told him, I gotta go. And I hung up the phone and I went in the bathroom and I cried harder than I've ever cried in my entire life. I didn't cry because I was in prison. That wasn't a new development. I didn't cry because of the shame of the things that I'd done in the past. I didn't even cry because the message hit me so hard. I cried because I realized that the man that was making the speech that I was listening to was me. It was a speech I had made 5 years before, and it was on YouTube. I cried because it took 2 minutes, 2 full minutes for me to even recognize my own voice. I was so beat down by life, by shame, by the past, by circumstances that I didn't even know who I was. That's why I cried. And I was laying on that bathroom floor. And I still remember it like it was yesterday. And the roaches were scampering up the wall, and the mice were running around my feet. And I said, Daryl, if I can get out of this, I can make it out of anything. And I've come to tell you today, no matter what has happened in your life, no matter what has happened to you, no matter what you've done, you're a winner because you are connected to the ultimate source of winning. The Bible says that the gifts and the calling of God are irrevocable. It is not based on your performance. I've come to remind you today the same thing God said to me when I was laying on that floor. It's not